Dun,
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 ba, da,
dun,
ba, da, ba,
dun,
da,
dun,
da.
dun, dun,
Dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun,
dun.
dun,
Kill Dave
dun. Wow,
Ball.
wow,
Welcome back. Big time, and today it is episode 30. 30.
wow.
Wow. Well, indeed. We're drinking scotch to celebrate. And yes, that's an ice cube. Don't
Oh
judge. Don't care.
man, I forgot my scotch tonight. Why did I get this memo?
It's actually a rye from Traverse City, Michigan, but it's their take on scotch. They age it in
Nice.
some pretty nice barrels, and it gets this nice, little smoky taste, not as peaty as normal scotch. So
Yeah.
it's not true scotch. They actually got a cease and desist order from where scotch is for calling it scotch. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a good one. I like it. So yeah, it's been a
Awesome.
while, people. Sorry. Kilted decided he had to work this weekend, which, like, I don't know why somebody would work, but that kind of put a damper on the recording. So we had to take a break, and
Yeah.
then we did our interview with Taco Bell, which was pretty sweet.
Great
And
show.
now we're finally back, and oh my gosh, we've got so much to talk about, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
We might have to record like the next 3, 4 days in a row.
Oh my gosh. Like, I can't even remember what we did last. Like, so much has happened since then, right? Like, it's NFT land. So in NFT land, it's like dog years, right? Like,
Yeah.
things are like flying by.
Because we didn't record last Wednesday, did we?
I can't
Because I
remember.
was in the hotel. I know we played our D&D, but I don't think we recorded. I don't remember.
Really? I mean, that's totally possible that we didn't. And sorry, people, that we didn't.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Oh, we
it's
did
been,
record Tuesday in the hotel, but I don't think we recorded Wednesday.
well, it's just been crazy time
Mhm.
for everybody. And so, stuff is getting done, and we're
My
doing all of that.
apologies. Although it ended up turning out to be like I don't know how to say it, a few ETH weekend. So
It was a few ETH weekend. Yeah, I mean, it was not a bad weekend. You had a few ETH weekend. My cross country team won their invitational on Saturday, and we won again tonight. So
Oh, that's awesome!
yeah,
Congratulations!
the guys they're running like demons,
Way to kick
and
their butts.
my little girl has gotten a PR, I think, in every single race. So
That's great.
that's kind of legit. So
She was working hard.
she's busting her butt, and really, I don't think she knows anything but working hard. So not a bad trait for a young
Yeah.
lady.
I
Okay,
did
so
double down on my Cardano,
did
my
you?
ADA. Yeah, I scooped up a whole bunch.
I bought a whole bunch of Ethereum when it was under $3,000,
Nice.
and I had the friend at school who we talked this stuff a little bit, was like, people are saying it's going to be a really bad October. I'm like, yeah, people are wrong. And I go, this is the time to buy. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yep. And like, I don't know how it's doing for everybody else, but like, I'm up 22, 23% since
It must have only dipped a little bit after you bought it. I wonder if you're breaking that cycle. Like from now on, you're only going to buy good stuff,
right.
and prices aren't going to drop once you buy it.
Well, it dropped. Remember, like, I bought it and it like dropped, and I was pissed, but
Oh,
now
I
it
don't
took
remember.
back off. Yeah, it
Oh,
dropped.
okay.
Like, I think I bought it for like 29.40, and then it dropped to like 28.40.
Oh, yeah.
And they were
It
like,
did a
you're
little
dumb,
bit.
it's gonna drop. And I'm like, it won't stay dropped. That's just
Mhm.
the ball buster effect.
I think
So,
we're seeing a run right now. It's exciting. You were going to say something. I interrupted you.
well, I'm just trying to remember where we left off with our listeners. I think, my friends, that we had talked about my boss beauties, right?
Yep. And I believe we were talking about making the mistake with the cats, but then maybe not really a mistake because it's only been a few months, but there's been
Right.
some other exciting stuff.
And
I
we
know we
talked about the
about that.
lucky mannequins being awesome.
Mhm.
Since then, I've done a couple new things. So let's see if I can nail these. The first one is I bought into Monsters Bash.
Nice.
And if you are a listener to the show, you will know that I have an atrocious time remembering the three people from Fame Lady Squad. So I'm like, I always remember I Am Bored Becky. I always remember Data or Data. And I'm always like, and the third one. And I can never remember the third one. I remember. The third one is NFT Ignition, right?
Okay.
And NFT Ignition is the one behind Monsters Bash.
Nice.
So, and if you haven't seen Monsters Bash, it is, I think, super sweet. So I'm going to bring it up on my screen
Please
right
do.
now for you all to see. So this is Monsters Bash. I don't think it's sold out, but you get that, you get a GIF, and you get another one. So for those of you who are listening to us, you
Oh,
get an
wow.
image, then it gives you a GIF, and then it gives you another image of a person like transforming. So it's kind of like 2-3 NFTs in one. And I just thought it was cool. And I loved that NFT Ignition was big on Fame Lady Squad, and I wanted to support that. So I got this. It's not a, as with a lot of the ones we get, it's not a flip thing for me. It's
That's awesome. That's
I
really
liked
cool.
it, right? I liked it and I bought it. And it
And
just so
those,
happened that I got another blonde one. Like,
and those of you that couldn't see it, it was kind of like a lady glasses, and then there's like a wolf on a ridge, and then you know, she had turned into a werewolf. So
yeah,
that was pretty sweet.
yeah, and so I minted that, and I don't know, I just like the project. I think that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Then I got a drop from my Dapper Dino. So
Oh,
Dapper
did you?
Dinos did a drop, and I don't know anything about it. Like,
That's soon.
yeah, I'm like, that was fast, and it's just sitting in my wallet, right? Like, I'm like, okay,
It
so
was
they
for sure from them.
yeah, I went and checked on their thing, and it was like a collab thing. So I'm in their
Okay.
Discord, and so they talked about that, and I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's sweet. So the other thing is a World of Women is about to do another drop, and that's exciting. I almost bought more World of Women, but I didn't know if I wanted to take my ETH and convert it into NFTs,
Yeah.
because I might have already got yelled at for converting too much ETH into NFTs.
That's
So
awesome. Well, there was a drop that was from the Forgotten Rune Wizards that we've talked about on some of our early shows.
yeah,
And it was just like, it might have to do with the game. I'm not playing the game. I thought my wizard was cool. I do have it listed though. But I was just like looking at it, and I mean, I checked again, like you, I checked everything out to make sure that's actually who it was from. It wasn't like someone acting like it was from them. But
right.
I had a point zero or a 0.4 offer on it. And I'm like, well, I
Really?
don't love it. It was a picture of a flame. It was like maybe like if you were looking in the wizard's like little room or something. But
Right,
I'm like, for
right.
0.4. But the great news is I sold it, and it's ETH for Polygon. So I have no idea where I can even spend it. And it's like, besides Decentraland clothing, which I was looking at that stuff, and
That's
my ass was chapped.
that is so funny. But a lot of people are switching over to polygons,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure it's gonna be fine in
And
the future.
yeah, I think you're gonna be good. I mean, I think I would go to Polygon,
Hmm.
right? Like, I
I
think if
probably
I was
just have
gonna
to
do a
set up a wallet and
project,
stuff.
I might do it on there.
Yeah, but it was funny.
So do you want to tell your special news, or do you want me to start rambling them on about the cool stuff that I've seen?
Let's we could talk about the special news. So and this definitely has to go with a lot that we've been talking about recently as far as scams and everything, because I guess it would have been a little over a month ago. I'd have to check the dates exactly. But the Bored Ape Yacht Club, if anyone is familiar with my ape, it's a pink ape, and he's got like an orangey yellow beanie. So I saw someone talking about beanies online, and I made the comment like, surely someone can get a hold of these. And I looked online, couldn't find any anywhere. So I did my research. I just went to Alibaba, and I found some. I got a whole mess of them. And my original idea was, okay, I'm gonna mint. Well, I got 200 of them, so maybe I'll mint like 150 of these, of like just the hat, and just drop it into people's wallets that I see that they have avatars with those hats. Because also the Koala Intelligence Agency has the same beanie, same color, And I'm sure there's other
Nice.
ones out there. I haven't done the research yet, but that's what I was going to do. But just like we were talking about, I think it was last week or the week before, there's so many scams of people just dropping random stuff into wallets.
Yes.
People
Like,
aren't
how
even
can you
looking at
trust
them.
it? Right.
So, and plus, like, to even click on it to read it, like I wouldn't. So why would I expect anyone else to? So I've just been reaching out. Like if I see people on Twitter, I made a comment when they came in. I took some pictures and stuff. And if I'm seeing other apes on Twitter with them, I'll DM them or maybe make a comment in the post. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now from the it's going to be a Kilted Balls and Dream State collaboration, passing
Woohoo!
out these orangey yellow hats, beanies,
Do you not
and
have one there?
yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking
What?
about it.
Where's your brain? You knew we were going to
It's
talk.
not.
How would we not talk
No,
about that? We've been
I
waiting for
called you.
weeks,
I have.
months.
It's still at the warehouse, so we will be showing them off next time. They
Yes,
look
yes.
awesome, but
They look pretty cool. So if you have an NFT and it's wearing an orange hat, it's wearing an orange beanie, an orange hat, get a hold of us, send us your address. We will mail you an orange beanie.
yep.
So you can dress up. There's no strings, there's no
In the United
anything.
States only, please.
Listen, those of you who are in Belgium or Sydney, I'll cover the shipping for you.
I just don't know how to do it, but yeah, I guess I could figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Half of the 8.1, I swear, lives in Australia or Belgium.
Okay.
I don't even know how that works, but
So anyone, I'll stop saying in the United States. Anyone, I'd love to send it to you just as a thank you. I love the
unless you're in
community.
Germany, screw you guys.
I
No,
love
just kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, just everything that's happened for you and I to be able to hang out and talk about this stuff has just been so awesome. So it's been a great, it's been an awesome few months, like life-changing, besides
It's
other
been great.
life-changing stuff.
It's been great. The podcast has been going good, 30th
Mhm.
anniversary. And to be able to give back to people and some of our
Yeah.
listeners and people, we've got big things coming. So we got more stuff coming. We
Mhm.
love you all and we want
Yes.
to, keep you happy. But so yeah, you got an orange beanie. We'll put this out in the Tweeterverse too.
Mhm.
And but if you have one of your NFTs and it has an orange hat, we'll dress you up. So we've got them.
So you can be IRL.
In real life, baby, in real life.
Mhm.
So that is exciting. I'm super excited about that.
Yes, it's awesome.
And the fact that they came in because things are not getting off the ships.
Yeah, well, it was great because I got the notification said it was delivered, and I was like sitting at the warehouse, and I look outside. I was like, I don't see these anywhere. So I went to AliExpress, or not AliExpress had some, but I ended up going to Alibaba. But anyways, I went to Alibaba, and I'm looking at everything, and it said if it had been so many days after they were sent, they automatically send you they were delivered notifications. So I just had to wait a few more weeks after that.
Darn them.
Tricky.
All
But yeah,
right.
they all came. They look great.
That is so cool. So I got two things I wanted to talk about today.
Awesome.
So are you good with the hats?
Yeah, that was it. That was my shameless plug of just kind giving, and we love everybody, and just a little something for everybody.
Yeah. Well, and let me tell you more.
Well, 150 of you.
Things I love. Yeah, 150. Sorry. So if there's more than 200 of those orange hats, you ain't getting an orange hat. So there's only 150 of them.
We have to
so
save
get
50
them before
for
they
other
run
reasons. Yes.
Yeah. So you get them before they run out. So I love the NFT community, right? So because of the different, we've heard about a little bit about our journey and stuff, and we've got a lot of things in the fire, and so I have lots of Twitters, right? The NFT Twitter takes up the vast majority of my time because the community is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the most positive, caring, kind community. And I don't know if it's just the people that I'm with, the people that I follow or what, but truly it's awesome. And a great story today. Have you looked at all, Kilted, at drifter shoots?
Mm-mm.
Drifter shoots. Okay. So I'm going to screw up the story. And if you people want to find out the story, good freaking luck, because his Twitter blew up today and scrolling back and finding it is going to be hard. But here's the gist. So Drifter Shoots is an American, lives in Ohio, right? He served in the armed forces, was a chaplain in the armed forces with special ops. So those of you like in other countries, that's like the people who kick ass, right? And he's a chaplain, so he's like their counselor, their prayer leader, whatever, right? And it's stressing him out because it's so stressful. The people are killing themselves or they're dying, and he's trying to counsel all of them, and it's driving him crazy. And he's getting PTSD, and then he gets injured, and so he gets a medical discharge, right? So he comes back to civilian life, and like what happens to a lot of our military, he's like freaking out, right? So he has
Makes sense.
PTSD, and he's like losing it. And what he finds, he was like a paratrooper, is that by climbing incredibly tall skyscrapers and bridges and all of that stuff, and takes photos of it, he feels better, right?
And does he have Vans when he's taking his photos?
You have heard of Drifter
Did see
Shoots.
that.
You've
I
heard of Drifter
did see
Shoots.
that.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my gosh, so
So
cool.
Drifter Shoots goes around and he's on Instagram and he climbs these buildings and he takes a picture of like his feet in Vans and these beautiful sceneries, right? From, thousands and thousands of feet up, and they're just beautiful pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he starts this Instagram and he's like documenting his journey and all of that stuff. And Ohio decides they don't like that. So they put a warrant out for his arrest.
What?
Yeah, it gets worse. They decide, because of the fact that he was specially trained in the military, that he's super dangerous, super high risk. So they put out like a nationwide manhunt on the guy.
Wow.
They catch him, I think, in like Arizona. And by catch him, I don't mean he was running. Like he was driving through Arizona and they had a roadblock set up and he's like, hey, what's up? And they're like, dude, get out of the car. And it was like a SWAT team. They were scared to death of the guy. They throw him in jail. They don't prosecute him. They just keep him in jail.
That seems legal.
Yeah. So there was all sorts of reasons why they couldn't like do it or blah, blah, blah. And it goes like 6 months. And he gets in front of a judge and the judge sets the bond for like $4 million, right? Because he's so dangerous because of his military training. So because he served our country, they were like, screw you.
Wow.
Right. And what they're charging him with in Ohio was trespassing, because he's breaking into these buildings and climbing up onto the roof. So clearly illegal. Gotcha. Right. Does it require a nationwide manhunt? No. Does it require like $4 million bonds? No. Right. It's trespassing. The police in Ohio contact the other states in the pictures and get them to press charges on him too.
Oh my gosh.
So it goes round and round, right? He's fighting this fight, and I think it's resolved. I'm not sure, right? Like I haven't been following it.
Yeah.
But he had an auction today of his pieces, of his photography. He's sold some on NFTs before, but this looks like his first big auction, right?
Yeah.
And so he's finally released from prison. He's trying to live life. He does this auction. And I think the final number for all of his pieces was 555.
Nice. So he's going to be all right.
So he's going to be all right. It was like $1.8 million, not counting the royalties, because now they're going crazy on the secondary market, right? And everybody is just going crazy on the guy. Like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. He's like talking to people. He wants to help incarcerated youth. And like everybody's just so supportive of him. And the whole time, like everybody was shouting out his auction. Everybody was doing all this. And Like seriously, it went crazy.
That's awesome.
And I'm
That's
like,
great to hear.
that's this community, right? That's this community.
Yep.
They don't rip on him. They don't worry about it. Everybody picks him up. All these people start bidding on his pieces. There's still a huge secondary market, lifting this guy literally out of the depths of shit and taking him to these huge heights. And I'm like, yes, that's what I love about this community, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's just gorgeous.
No, you're exactly right.
I like tweeted him on like, my dude, you're just amazing. Like, you know, and he like responded back. I'm like, he's like a legitimate real person. So
That's so cool. Yes, I did see those. I saw, it must have been in Twitter because I was on Twitter a bit today and I did see some of those awesome pictures. I didn't look into it, but I thought they were cool.
oh my gosh, they're super cool. And it blew up Twitter. That's why you saw them.
Yeah.
I don't know how you couldn't. It was blowing up.
Speaking of auctions, this wasn't planned, but did you hear about the twins thing? That one just went to I guess it went to Christie's as well. It was the
No.
first photographer, and it was something we could have easily bought into. It was in our time frame that should have been on our radar, but wasn't. So I guess the photographer, and I thought I remember seeing him before, but they were taking pictures of twins in like these funky things. So they're NFTs, they've gone crazy. And the guy had one at Christie's. So it was a photographer at Christie's who does NFTs, and one of his sold for 1.1 million.
1.1.
And Christie's thought it was going to be like
Nice.
150 to 200,000, I guess. But same idea. I mean, just talking about the community, that's what made me think about it. Just like,
I seriously, I love the community. I start every day getting on there, looking at all the good mornings, and you know, it just, it's insane. I don't understand the community, how it's that good. I love it, and I want to stay a part of it. Speaking of great communities, if you have not heard of 8.1 and Nails, you need to get in there. You need to get in there. So, Gal, what do we even say? So I follow a guy. I follow an NFT guy. Right? And a while back, he sent me a message and was like, hey, we're going to be doing a project. We'd like you to join the Discord and kind of be part of this project, right? We're going to do some cool stuff for the original people in the Discord. You and I have talked about similar things, and I've been following him on Twitter for a while, and I was like, yeah, brother, I'm on there. So like I jumped into his Discord or her Discord and jumped in right away. And it's a normal, I thought, NFT Discord, right?
Yeah, because you sent me the Discord. I haven't participated.
Right. So like instantly I joined the Discord. I feel something's different. And I texted Kilted, like not like anything else, but I texted Kilted and said, join this Discord. Get there now. And he joined it. And then I sent one of our other friends, I'm like, get in this Discord. And since then, I've been kind of paying attention to it and like watching it. And, you know, they're doing the normal things like, hey, tweet these out, retweet it. But I'm in their group in just the general chat and listening to people chat. And they're freaking awesome, right? The whole chat is like these huge positive vibes. Everybody is like just super cool. And literally, I kid you not, I spent all day today in the Discord channel.
That's funny you were saying that. That's awesome.
I'm like at work, Discording at the same time, right? Like I'm like doing my job, Discord, not doing my job, Discording, right? Like, which maybe that's bad, but it's just that kind of great feeling, and everything is going good. And like, here's how good it is. Like I'm on there right now. Like, so if you keep seeing me looking to my left, that's me on the Discord, because I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm about to shoot a podcast. You know, you guys could listen. And they're like, oh, we're a little bit busy now. Yeah, we probably won't have time, but they're like, that is awesome. What's it about? And I'm like, oh, it's about this. And they're like, that is so cool. They're like, we followed you here. We followed you here. They're shooting out, you know, memes saying, you know, we're sending you good vibes. Like,
that's awesome.
So much positivity just like pouring in. And I'm like, this is what you love, right? So like I already feel like at home with these people, you know, and great. Like within 5 minutes, I met Raging Lady, Raging Nick, Raging Uncle, Raging Junior, who apparently are all one family in Sydney, right? Like it's like instant bonds with these people, and they're just like, that's how cool and chill everybody is.
Mhm.
So the project is going to be sweet. Basically, they're doing a Dutch auction to avoid gas fees. You get their original guy, and then there's going to be 7 airdrops after that, minimal.
Mhm.
So you're getting 8 NFTs for the price of 1. So that's, first off, that's cool. Second, it's all about a story.
Mhm.
And they've got a huge story and like this big plan, similar to Stoner Cats, only real, right?
What? The Stoner Cat episode was really good.
I never watched the Stoner Cats episode. Yeah, but where's episode like 2 and 3 and 4? Right?
Takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. That's what I hear
Mhm.
that's what I hear from all of these projects. It takes time. NFT world, there is no time.
I know. Well, we were talking about that. We're talking about the
Deadheads has
Yetis
released
going.
2 episodes. Stoner Cats has released 1 that they had prepped before the launch.
That is true. The Deadhead episodes are fun too.
They are fun.
And the Yeti companions are coming, and they skyrocketed this weekend.
Yeah, so I jump on Yetis and they're at like 0.1, right? So Yetis have been like the joke of NFT land forever, which I didn't get because they were like the first things I bought.
I thought they were fun.
I'm like, they're so much fun. And people were like, just been ripping on them. And all of a sudden they're at 0.1. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're at 0.1. And I'm like, I ain't selling because they were things that I wanted for the game and for everything else. And those stupid sons of bitches dropped to 0.03. I'm like, I could have sold and bought back in and tripled my money.
I've debated on buying more, although I think at the 0.03 would be the highest that I've paid for one.
This is how excited I am about nails, by the way, because you're not on the Discord. I'm getting really confident, and the wife can't know this.
Okay, I won't tell her.
But I think I'm going to buy a guinea pig.
Oh, guinea pigs are the worst.
I think I'm going to get a guinea pig.
Don't do it. Someone who who's been in the pet world. Oh, I guess I paid 0.12 for one. Oh, I paid 0.25 for my Bitcoin I won. Never mind. I paid a lot for my Yetis.
Tons you paid. So you're saying I shouldn't get a guinea pig? But Nails is a guinea pig and I want my own nails.
Nails
IRL.
is a guinea pig. If you like stink and sound and all that other stuff that comes with guinea pigs are the loudest rodents of all. They're not evil like dwarf hamsters though. They're friendly, but they just stink extra bad and they make a ton of noise.
Someone on the Discord said that. I'm like, I'm gonna get one, and they're like, it makes a ton of noise. I'm like, really?
More noise than your hamster made in college.
Listen, the hamster was dead in a coffee can. How much noise could it make?
No, before it died, it was making lots of noise.
Before it died.
It was alive at first.
I don't remember it ever being alive. I only remember it being in the coffee can.
Yes, I remember you bringing it in the room.
Why did I get a hamster?
It was Christie's.
Why did she give me a hamster?
It was in her dorm. For some reason, you brought it to ours.
And then it died.
Then you put it in a coffee can. Then the coffee can sat on the dresser for a few months.
Easily a few months.
Still started the smell like it was evaporating out through it.
It wasn't evaporating out. Somebody came in the door and was like, what's in that coffee can? And they opened it up.
I didn't think they opened it up till they opened up underneath that one dude's nose.
No, I think somebody came in the room and was like, what's in that coffee can? I'm like, I don't know. And they grabbed it and opened it.
Oh, see, I thought it got so bad it just started coming through. It stunk bad.
It stunk bad. Yeah, if you can imagine a dead hamster in a coffee can for a few months, that's not a smell you want.
I did not open that under anyone's nose, but it was opened under someone's nose, and they were asleep. Woke right up.
Something that we talked about in the Discord actually the other day. This is how cool the community is, but it was my wife's birthday yesterday.
Yes,
So we took her out to a nice dinner, went to Taco Bell.
there you go.
The people on Discord
Sure
were
she
like,
loved
what? They're like, you took her to Taco Bell? I'm like, yeah. Of course, gradients, if you're listening to this, you don't know what that is. So for all you know, it could be really fancy.
Hmm.
Apparently, they don't have Taco Bells in Belgium. So
They
who knew?
don't.
I guess not. They were like, I've never been to a Taco Bell. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, that's where we go for all of our fancy dinners. It's Taco Bell.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so listeners, big things. The big thing you got to know is, first off, shoot us a thing about the orange beanies if you got a character with an orange beanie. Second, follow 8.1 Uncaged, right? The 8.1 Uncaged. The community in Discord is awesome. The drop is going to be fire. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a Dutch auction, and I'm telling you right now, I think the Dutch auction is going to sell out, right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to go crazy.
Have they given prices yet for mints? What they're thinking? I
Yeah,
haven't been paying attention.
yeah. I think they said what the Dutch auction is going to be to. I'm on the Discord checking. Or maybe I won't. Oh wait, launch info.
I was gonna say we can update everybody if you
It's
have it.
they're going to deploy a Dutch auction, and it's likely going to be a ceiling of 0.5 and a floor of 0.09.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
there is.
I think I'd watch it, but I'm gonna have 0.5 ready to go. I do think it's gonna be super cool. I love
I
the
am
story
planning.
aspect of it. I love the other
I'm
NFTs.
planning on getting it at the floor. So
Are you just gonna wait? You think it'll make it to the floor?
no, I think I'm gonna be one of the people that gets one on the floor. So that's one of the other cool things
Floor
they're
is
doing.
the bottom.
Yes. So
Okay.
one of the cool things they're doing is if you're an original, like if you're an original OG or whatever,
Yes.
you're probably going to be able to get one at the floor.
Oh, I remember that. So yeah, I'll get one at the floor too then.
Well, hopefully. So they've done other things where they're like, listen, you need to have your level at a certain spot, or you need to invite this many people, or you need to do
Oh, is
this
there
or
other
that.
hoops to jump through to be an OG?
Well, and there's like the OG is constantly being like, okay, hey, did you do this today? And you do that, and then you get to stay OG, or you get like instant drop status, or
Oh, okay. I've
whatever.
already been dropped then.
Nope, you're still an OG, but I don't know like what it all is. But you know,
okay.
like there's stuff you're gonna want to do. But yeah, the original was just getting in so you could get one.
Yeah.
But then to get one on the floor, you get it guaranteed on the floor.
Okay, nice.
You know,
Awesome.
so that's kind of cool. Like I'm like, that's awesome, right? But the big thing is, one of the things we've talked about is the value added. It clearly has that. But the second thing is community drives a lot of these.
Yeah.
And so far, it's a pretty powerful community. And that's good. That's good.
It's gonna be awesome.
So I think that's going to be a really good time. So I think that's about all the time we have to chat tonight. We'll probably
Jamie's
shoot another
waiting.
one here really soon. So you guys can all catch us on our next one. Again, a big shout out to driftershoots and to the 8.1.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and y'all have a great night. This is Ballbuster signing out.
Kill the Dragon Jerry. Love you all.